Beth Traverso is a top 1% agent in real estate, not for the city, not for the county, not for the state, but for the country. And I want to tell her why I think she is going to be stronger in 2 years, not weaker. And all of the other agents like her in the top 1%. I actually think there will be 50%, 50, less licensed real estate agents in 2 years or less. I'm going to go through my logic and see what Beth thinks. But before we do that, how you doing, Beth?
I'm doing great, Mike. Thank you. I look forward to hearing what you've got to share with me here.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen very quickly, assuming this NAR settlement goes through as is or very close to as is the real estate buying and selling will change forever. And one of the things that will be most drastic is the folks that carry a license. So I think there are two things. I think a lot of people have already said the hobbyists, the Instagram realtors are going to go away. I think that is true. But I think what most people are missing is we are going to stop or significantly burden new agents coming in. And it is the loss of the hobbyists and the great reduction of new agents that's going to make the real estate industry look fundamentally different in 2 years. So you may have 50% less competition in 2 years. What do you think?
I agree. And I'm not going to debate you on that one. I think there's way too many licensed agents out there. I think you know the data about it probably to the T, but if you look at the number of home sales versus the number of agents out there, it's
Less than one.
less
Yeah.
than one.
Yeah.
So and it's the top 10% are doing something like 80 or 90% of the deal. I think it's around 80 now. It's probably going to turn into 90 or more as time goes on and more of these hobbyists fade out. The part
Yep.
timers.
Yep.
Now, I don't mean if you're a part timer and you're working really, really hard to get excellent at your craft, I'm not talking about you.
No, of
So,
course.
but the ones that aren't taking the time to learn how to do their job properly. We see this all the time in our industry. The people that don't know what they're doing, don't know how to write an offer, don't know how to communicate, don't know how to call people back, or whatever the case may be. They don't understand how the contracts work, or the communication is terrible, or whatever. And
Yeah.
they're doing less than one deal. If you look at, on average in our MLS, it's less than one deal per agent
Per year. Yeah.
for the Northwest MLS per
And
year.
and so I think the hobbyists are going to wash out quick. But I really think the thing that people aren't getting is the new blood is not going to come. And we're going to see the average age of realtors just grow over time
Yeah.
because the ones that are in it have a Rolodex that have the experience already will thrive. Because again, I may be wrong, but you're a new agent, you're excited, you take the test, too low a bar, but it is what it is. You come in the game, you're probably going to go after buyers first, right? Because you don't have a leg to stand on yet. And if it's hard and you haven't had that whole value conversation, I just got to imagine that all the people that turned to a real estate agent license because it was easy, they're just not going to show up now. They're going to go find something else to do.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's the bar is low to get in, and I think that should be raised. And I would hope somebody would do something about that, but it seems to not
Well, they
be
kind of are.
changing.
They're cutting the commission and they're making the job look hard.
I know. But NAR, they get paid dues. No, the dues aren't cheap, by the way, and they keep going up. And if everyone has to, if they get paid per member, it helps them to have more agents, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to change. But you are correct that it's going to be more challenging it's always been a challenge to be successful in real estate, but it's going to be more challenging because
And
it got
I'm thinking
tougher
about the
out
new
there for
person.
buyers agents specifically.
Yeah. So let's just, again, I'm an outsider to this whole thing, but I'm thinking about an agent first year in the business. Now, I'm not talking 2020, 2021, where anybody could do anything because it was easy. But for most of your career, a brand new agent comes in on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, you know, I don't know, physics or something, and, one being kindergarten. The first year for most agents under the old model was somewhere between like a 5 and a 6. in my opinion. What I see going forward, it's going to be an 8 or a 9. I mean, it's just going to be
Mhm.
so much harder and so much work, and
Yeah.
the returns are going to be so uncertain, and it's going to be so messy. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Training is going to be more important than ever.
Ugh.
So just going in there and winging it is not going to cut it. It's always been tough to just go in and wing it. Anybody needs a good mentor or brokerage to work under that provides training to help people skill up on this. You're really going to need to do that.
So
Get
there are
your,
brokerages that specialize in training, right? There are
yeah.
some.
And teams too. I've often
Mm,
advised people join a team because then you'll learn, because if you don't have any business, it's hard to get practice.
there you go.
And if you work with a team that has leads coming in and they're doing business and you can take part in that and shadow agents and learn and do the role play or watch other shadow people at work, you can learn a lot from that. So I'd say the training is going to be more important than ever, and you're going to have to get your skills. And you can also, here's the thing, when you have no experience, you can lean on the experience of your brokerage or team and be like, we kind of, we do this, we sell this many homes in this area and this is our specialty, here's what we provide. You can work with the leads that come in and get coached on how to convert those leads and work with those clients. But it is going to be largely buyers for many years. It takes a long time to work up a consistent listing business.
Yeah.
So that is going to be, if the commission compression continues, which that's been a talk for a long time. By the way, these headlines out there that say the 6% commission has been was it, thrown out. It's like, well, there
Yeah.
never was.
There
They
was
make
not.
it sound like there was some mandated 6% commission. That is not, that has never been the case. So it's always been negotiable and there's always been a wide range. But
Mhm.
overall, as time goes on, we're seeing it start to compress a little bit more and more.
Mhm.
And I think we're going to start seeing it compressing more on the buyer agent side than on
For
the
sure.
seller agent side. And that's the thing that's really going to make it tough. Now, one of the things that we'll see is it's not like when somebody quits real estate, it's not like it just happens that day that they decide. They let their license just drag out and then they don't renew it. And that can take up to 2 years in our
Exactly.
state, Washington. So it's not something we're going to see immediately. The new
Yeah.
licensees, I expect we probably will see a dramatic downshift.
That's gonna trickle. And I mean, all of
Mhm.
this comes and it actually goes into a force in July. That, consistent, I don't know what it was, 10,000 new applicants a week or whatever it was, that is going to dramatically slow down. I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody's tracking that stuff. It's going to really slow down, I think.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
those who are innovative and able to, there's people that are going to adapt and kill it in this new
Oh no, there's
environment.
going to be a whole new there. I imagine there'll be a 1% buyer agency focus, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
I see it coming.
There will
And
be. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's gonna, and there already has been that, that's not even, it just might become a little more prevalent.
Oh, it'll be
So
it'll be the marketing shtick. It'll be all over.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a big thing.
But I bet if there's fewer agents out there, let's say it gets cut down by a third or so, I don't know, let's just say a third of them
Yeah.
go away. All those one deals that they were doing or whatever will then
Go
go to
somewhere
the
else.
others. And then those will do more. So those that know how to work
Yep.
with what we're given and do really well at it are
I
going
agree.
to thrive under this environment.
I think at the end of the day, and I think you pointed at it, I think the top 10% do 80% of the deals. The top 10% very quickly will do 85 or 90. That's just
Yeah.
how it's going to work when you get rid of the bottom
Mhm.
third, and then you also get another 20% not showing up.
Mhm.
So I think the real estate industry in 2 years will have 50% as many.
Mhm. And so
So
I'd say those that are in it for the long haul, those especially newer agents, work on developing your database and start working on building your own brand and niche and work that. You have to treat it like a business. That's the
yep,
thing that's going to be the differentiator. So if you start working on that from the beginning and being really consistent on that,
yep,
it always takes a while to get the momentum, but those that do will be successful. Just make sure you align yourself with the right brokerage team, et cetera, to get the support that you need for that. Because the best brokerages out there are already on it. They're already doing training and they're already working. They're prepping now as if now was the day that the settlement was finalized. They're doing it
yep,
now. So
exactly.
those who wait to just see, oh, let's just wait and see what happens, let's put our head in the sand and just hope that nothing changes. Well, you're going to get run over by a steamroller,
Yeah.
probably. Need to adapt.
Well, you're going to be in the business. You're going to continue to be in the top 1%. If somebody wanted to get a referral to another top agent in their market, how would they do that?
Yeah, they can reach out to me at bethtraversogroup.com.
Thank you so much.